So you want to know why you should apply for a federal job? Anyways, after I got out of the military, I worked for private companies, but there wasn't any stability, so it's just job hopping. And I thought about going into healthcare, thinking that would be more stable, but even that had challenges. Then when census was low, we had to work harder because there was less of us. There were furloughs. But then I had the opportunity to work for federal government, and I took a pay cut to get my foot in the door, and here's why. Hello everyone, I'm Dana Keller. Today we're going to talk about career path that's stable, secure. Now, if you are wondering why federal jobs are ideal, and maybe you're just curious about what makes them so different, the number one thing is job security. The military provided me stability. I was getting paid every 2 weeks, the 1st and the 15th. That was great for me. That was great for my family. I did that for 10 years. However, life took a turn and I couldn't keep staying in the military. I found federal jobs provided the same thing, minus the uniform. Security is huge, especially today. It's difficult to find jobs. I know my daughter's trying to find them. I know so many people looking, but they can't find anything or they're working multiple jobs. So compared to the private sector, there's such a great stability factor with federal jobs. Unlike the private sector, which can be subject to layoffs, economic downturns, federal jobs are often protected by budgets and government funding. And when they don't have funding, they just kind of just hold in, hiring people or spending. So next up is pay and benefits. Remember when I told you I took a pay cut to take a federal job? Well, it's because of the benefits. We're talking about comprehensive health insurance, retirement plans, pension, and there's a thrift savings plan. That's a 401k, it has great matching options, and I can also manage it. And that pay cut, it only lasted a few months. My supervisor reviewed my qualifications and actually fought for me to get a step increase. We'll cover that in another video. The other thing is work-life balance. After I left the military, it was difficult. I wanted to put my daughter first. Being a single mom at the time, do I want to be deployed or get out and take my chances and be with her? So I took that chance. I gave up security to be able to be there for my daughter. However, there needed to be some time that actually would be able to build a life for her. So I needed that stability again. Now, working for the VA, it has been amazing because that gave me both. I was able to be home for my family and still have that stability. Now, they actually emphasize on work-life balance. They understand that sometimes competing with the private sector is difficult, but what they can offer is that flexibility. So they have flex time, flexible schedules. They have telework options and paid time off. So I have my sick leave and my annual leave, of course. And then since I'm prior military, I actually get more. If you are thinking about possibly a remote job, that's what I have right now. I have that unicorn job, which allows me to be there for my family and still work, which is such a blessing. The next thing I want to talk to you about is career development. I knew I was going to make a career and retire from the VA. I know there's more money in the private sector. However, I have to think long term. Federal jobs are great because they do invest in your career. They understand that there's going to be a gap of people retiring, so they start developing a succession plan. And that means as soon as you come into a federal job, there's so many educational opportunities available. Between leadership training, systems redesign, or Lean Six Sigma, I've gone to different types of academies to be able to learn inpatient flow. And that's just because I'm in healthcare. That has allowed me to transition to different grade series. That means different career paths. I started out as a coder, coding supervisor, a program analyst, which looked at funding, so medical records, finance, and then I ended up going into systems redesign, which is process improvement. And then the next thing is now I am a strategic planner. So I help develop patient sites of care. So all of those skill sets, 4 different grades. And I have been able to do that since I bought back my military time. I've only worked for the VA 14 years, but that 10 years added, now I'm at 24. So I'm able to retire in a few years. So think about that. Being able to shift and grow and learn the organizational structure as a whole to be able to help you grow, but then also serve the organization that you're working for. I know we're talking about retirement, but we'll get to that another time. We just got to get you in the door. So think about it. Federal jobs bring together stability, strong benefits, supportive work environment. I mean, that is difficult to beat. If that really sounds good to you, seriously consider applying. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and check out the next video when we talk about what you need to know before you apply. Thanks for watching.